Make sure to stay until the end. If you don't do one thing right when replacing valve cover gasket, you will be doing the job again, and we'll explain why. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you guys having a dot charger. If you have a dot charger, you want to know what are the symptoms of bad valve cover gasket, how it can affect your engine, why it's always a good idea to replace it. Stay with us, we'll explain that in this video. Today we will explain about a common mistake people make that will cause another valve cover leak even though you put a brand new gasket, and that should work on V6, V8 engines as well. So let's go ahead and start on it. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make, guys, at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. On that dot charger we'll have even more. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need, guys, in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos, absolutely free. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your dot charger or any car, you want to get them at a good price and quick shipping, you want to save money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and we'll share where you can find even additional things. So what we have specifically here, we'll demonstrate on a 3.6 V6 engine, but even if we have a different engine, the procedure will be about the same. This is, guys, the valve cover, you can see, and the gasket is right there. This is the gasket. So the gasket practically is installed on the valve cover, you can see, and it's between the valve cover and the cylinder head. The purpose of the gasket is to prevent oil leaks, because you can see, especially on that V engine, you can see the engine is tilted, so it can easily start leaking oil, and the engine always splashing in unbelievably fast in the engine, because that engine, let's say you're revving it up, you're at 6,000 RPMs, everything will be moving super fast, so oil will be splashing everywhere, and it needs to, so everything stays lubricated. But now looking at it, guys, okay, that valve cover gasket, symptoms of valve cover gasket. What to expect? It consists of multiple components. This is the main gasket, which is on the outside, but then you have secondary gaskets, and I'm talking about these gaskets right here. This is for the variable timing camshaft actuators, about those things. That's on the other side of the engine. Then you have, guys, another component which is for the spark plugs right here. If that one starts leaking, you start developing oil leak around the spark plug. Then you have one gasket for the camshaft position sensor, and one more gasket here for the PCV valve. So all of these are practically valve cover gaskets, and when they fail, what you can expect? Number one, oil leaks. Now often that oil leak will not be to the point where you will run out of oil. I've seen some that leak really bad, I mean really bad, but not very often, guys. It has to be a car that hasn't been maintained correctly at all, really high mileage cars. But usually the first signs of the valve cover failing will be, you will start having wet spots on the engine where dust and dirt will accumulate, kind of like that right there. You see, that one started leaking on this side, started dripping on the AC compressor. So leaking, guys, will occur, and that oil leak, and where you're going to have dust and dirt, guys, okay, stick to it. It's actually another thing. Usually they will be tilted. Check out, the engine is tilted that way, and the exhaust system is right here. So one common thing that you will notice when it starts leaking, when it drips on the exhaust, you will have that burning oil smell in your car. You may even see clouds of smoke coming from under the engine, especially if you haven't driven it for a while, because oil will keep dripping on the exhaust, and when you start it, the exhaust will get hot and you can see clouds of oil, guys. That's some of the most common ones. On some cars, depending on the engines, how they're built and stuff, if the gasket right here for the spark plugs fails, it can start dripping oil in the spark plug well here, and if that happens, okay, you can actually end up having misfire, which, if not fixed on time, can lead to other problems as well. Now there is one additive, guys, motor oil saver by Leaky Moly, that we used in the past. If you don't have exactly time to fix it right now, and you need a few more weeks, and it's not too bad of a leak, guys, because if it's bad you need to fix it immediately, try that additive. It's amazing. What it does, it makes the rubber flexible again, kind of like expands it, and that thing does miracles. It's amazing. Follow the directions, okay? It tells you how to do it. Just add it to the oil, specific amount, and drive it to 300 miles, and it should fix most of the leaks. But one common mistake people make when replacing valve cover gasket, you see where the timing cover meets the cylinder head right here, that's two metal components meeting each other, and you have silicone. You have that one here as well. This one came off when we removed it, it's still on the gasket, but that silicone, guys, clean it and clean the whole area where the gasket contacts with rubbing alcohol so it's not greasy. Apply gasket maker, guys, the high temperature, high torque gasket maker. Apply one little bitty bead right here where the two metal components meet each other, and here, and then you need the correct valve cover torque specs, because if you don't torque it correctly you can develop leaks again. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching, see you next time.